Hello and welcome to Stepping Into Her Leadership Shoes podcast with me, Kelly Brammer. I'm a leadership and business coach who decided that helping others to build successful businesses and to lead their dream lives was way more rewarding than getting back onto that corporate hamster wheel. Each week you'll hear from me and other guest experts talking about all things leadership, business and mindset. We'll be sharing insights, tips, advice and strategies that you can easily implement to help you to become a better leader of your life and your business. Hello, this is Kelly. In today's session, I'm going to be talking to you about becoming more authentic during challenging times. So not just now during this COVID pandemic, but any challenging time throughout your life, because we know that life isn't plain and simple. We know that things don't always go to plan. And there are some really great successes, but on the flip side of it, there are also challenging times as well. So being authentic is super important no matter what time or what process you're going through. Authenticity is super important. It's not just being authentic in your business, so for running a business, being authentic is important for you to live a life that 100% makes you happy. And that's inside and out. It's not just showing everybody else that you're happy, but it's you truly being happy inside, you knowing deep down that you are happy and content. So in challenging times like these, it's really easy for us to lose sight of what makes us happy, like truly happy. And that can lead us to become overwhelmed with things. We can maybe sometimes struggle to see the wood for the trees, and it may make us feel like we've got a lack of control happening in our lives, and that can all be so much that we have to deal with. And the result of this, of all of this, is that it can impact how you're behaving, it can impact your thoughts, it can impact your perceptions of things, it can impact everything. And whether or not you're being impacted on a major scale, or maybe on a minor scale, it's important that you take time to just tune into yourself and to understand the impact that situations like this pandemic is having on you as individuals. So checking in with ourselves, understanding how we're feeling, and looking at how we can incorporate more of those things that make us feel really good in our lives, it's going to help no end. Not just now, not just during this pandemic, but at any time in your life. Because the more that we can tune in and the more that we can live more of our lives in our own space of happiness and contentment, it allows us to show up authentically in everything that we do. Now, there are many exercises that you can do for your body, for your soul, and for your mind. And I'm going to be sharing one with you today that I've used and that's really helped me to just make sense of all of the feelings and all of the frustrations that challenging times like these have had on me, and I hope that they're going to help you too. And this exercise, it's going to help you to start and look at how you can bring more of you, your true authentic self, forward, and your needs and your desires into your day-to-day life. And it's going to help tune out some of that external noise that's going off. So there are many reasons why we each as individuals struggle to show up authentically. A huge part of that could be down to the fact that we may have not actually found out what makes us tick and what really makes us excited and what we're passionate about. Now, I know for me what makes me tick, and I've been on a journey to find that out and to understand more about me, and it's time that you do that for you if you haven't already. If it is a case that you're not quite sure what makes you tick, what excites you, what you're really passionate about, don't be disheartened, because it's not just you. There are many people out there. I've been one of them. And like I say, things can and will change if you truly want them to. It's all about being on a journey and understanding yourself as much as possible. Now, the exercise that I'm going to share, it is going to take some time. So if you're listening to this podcast episode whilst you're driving the car, while you're out for a walk, come back to it when you have a moment where you can just focus on you. It may take anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes to do this exercise, but I can tell you now, it's such a great exercise and it's really going to help you just tune in, check in with yourself, to understand what's going on and to figure out how to bring in more of this stuff that really gets you going into your life so that you can show up more authentically every single day. So the mindful meditation exercise, this is going to take, as I say, between 5 and 10 minutes, and there's a number of steps that you need to go through. So first of all, just find somewhere comfortable, somewhere that you can sit or lay down, where you can really just focus in on you. You're going to want to set a timer, so set a timer for 5 minutes and then close your eyes and just imagine that you are in the most perfect place. So for the next few minutes whilst you're doing this, focus on your breathing. Breathing in deeply through your nose, holding it and then releasing through your mouth. And let your mind wander. Release any thoughts that you have in your mind as you start the exercise. And don't think about the other things that you have to do today. This 5 minutes is all about you being in this perfect place. Remember to breathe in deeply through your nose, hold it, and then release through your mouth. This time is for you and for you only. Now I'll leave you for the next 5 minutes. Enjoy and let your dreams come to life. Step 2 is once you've done the first 5-minute exercise, take a notepad and a pen and write down the words that come to mind, the words that came to you when you went through the exercise. Now these might include things like, how did you feel? Where were you? Who were you with? What were you actually doing? And how do you feel now that you've done this exercise? So this is really getting you to understand what was going off during that period of relaxation. How was it that you felt? What are the things that are really calling out to you that you enjoy and that in your perfect world they're brought to life? Step 3 is to review what you've written down. So take some time to just think about how you can incorporate more of the positive aspects that you've written down into your day-to-day life. And these can be things that you can do now or maybe in the future. And it might be things like including people that you want to surround yourself with, people who lift you up. And if not in person, then even speaking to somebody on a phone or a video call. Or maybe it's doing things that help you to relax. So maybe crafts, baking, exercise, art, whatever lifts you up. It might be deciding on your next destination. And just because you can't set the date now, if there's travel restrictions, it doesn't mean that you can't decide where you want to go, so that when you can travel, you already know 100% that's where you're going and you're going to get it booked. You're going to go and enjoy yourself in this great destination. It may also mean sharing more about you as an individual with your audience, or maybe talking to your clients and your target audience in a way that really connects deeply with you and with them. It's all about whatever works for you. So having a look and reviewing what you've written down, what you've pulled out of that relaxation exercise, they're the things that you want to focus on. The positive elements of those are the things that really get you excited inside, that you're really passionate about, and that you really want to focus on, because that was your perfect world, remember. Step 4 is to list out the steps that you can take today and also steps that you can take in the future, and set a date for doing them. Now there may not be many steps that you've called out. For some there may be lots, but list them out. So think about what words came to you. You've already done that part of the exercise, and then you've really pulled out the things that are positive that you can start to bring into your life. And now you want to write them down, the steps that you can take to bring those into your life and make them a reality, and set a date for making them happen. And then step 5 is to take action. Now this is a really exciting bit. Like, the relaxation bit is so good for your body and your mind and your soul, but taking action is really going to get you so passionate about where you're going, why you're doing something, and it's going to get you to live in this authentic space so much more. And there really is no time like the present, so commit to doing at least one thing right now. These steps, they don't have to be huge, they don't have to be massive. They can be small things, even like setting a reminder to come back and do this mindful exercise again on a daily basis. And don't worry if you don't get too much on your first session or two. It took me a while, and it might take you a few times too, to just really get into it and let your body and your mind just relax and to think freely. Now that's it for the exercise. I hope you've enjoyed it, and as I say, you can come back to this whenever you want. This is going to be here available for you. But being more authentic in everything that you do, it really allows you to create a deeper connection with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues, with your clients, and with your target audience, and also with yourself. It allows you to become and to feel the best version of you. And it's so true that people buy from people. So if you're running your own business, if you're listening to this and you're running your own business and you want to understand how you can get more of the right people to come into your business, to work with you, to buy from you, you want to get to a place where you can show up every single day as the person that you truly are, to have fun and to enjoy what you're doing. And most importantly, with running a business, to serve others and to help them on their wonderful journey as well. So with this exercise and other actions and steps that you take with passion and with purpose and with positivity, you are one step closer to making the best version of you show up sooner rather than later. Now, thank you for listening today. It's been great, and I can't wait to speak to you in next week's episode.